Hello, everyone. So, hi, welcome to the second time now that we're meeting in this Flourish Your Beauty Live space. And I'm truly honored and excited to do this with you. I know it'll take a little while before we create momentum, before more women come to this, and before more things get activated. But at the same time, I'm here for the long run. And as I made this commitment to myself and to the world and to you, to be here and to show up in my fullest being and everything that I can provide for this specific space together with you. This is also the commitment now to the world overall to say, I'm here to show up, and whoever comes in live with me is here and ready to do it. Oh my goodness, and we have 4 of you on, so please go ahead and say hello, where you're joining from, who you are. If you're joining from my Flourish Your Beauty group, you might have to give StreamYard permission so I can see your name, and that should be underneath the thing as well. And then if you're joining from my Golden Lotus Center page, the public page, hello, hi. And I'm so happy and I'm so grateful to be here in this space with you. Why are we doing this? Because it's time. It's time for all of us to have a space where we're simply connecting in, where we're taking a couple of minutes out of our day and we're saying, this is now my time to center, to be present. Hi from Florida. Who is this? Please go ahead and let me know who's joining here. And so good to see you. So please, I have an idea who it might be. So Teresa, hi. And let's catch up for here for just a second and make sure that we're connecting in. I'm going to give it another moment here for everyone to come on live. And if you have a candle, we're going to always have this as a ritual now, where we're going to be lighting a candle in the space together as a connection piece to say, now I'm connecting in. We're going to connect in, like I said, through the heart. So this way we can raise our own energy. Robin, oh, hi, it's so good to see you. So we can raise our own frequency during this moment where we're saying this is our time, this is our space, this is our container that we're creating together, and it's only going to enhance and only going to get more powerful from here. But like I said, for me, it is that dedication piece to say this is what I'm doing, and for each of you, that dedication piece to say this is what I'm doing also. And sometimes you might be able to be live with me, sometimes maybe you'll watch the replay. So for any of you who are watching the replay later, then please go ahead and say replay. And let me know where I'm meeting you today. What's going on in your world? Where are you at with things? Any spaces that I create, even though this is also a public space as well, I always want to make sure that it feels safe and that this is a protected space for all of us. And it is a sacredness that we honor and the sacredness that we're touching into when we're doing this. Because the higher intention is to bring so much love and so much good into the world and raise the frequency of the collective consciousness. And that's why we're here doing this. And it always starts with us. It's always you, you, you. It's all of us together because we are the ones that are being called to this. Otherwise, you wouldn't be here on this live right now if that wasn't the case. Oh my goodness, Emma, hey. Oh, this is so wonderful. Wow. Oh my gosh. I mean, my heart just feels already so full when I see that several of you are able to come on live with me. And like I said, this is only the beginning. What I want to do with this really is create momentum. So invite women to this space, let them know that we're doing this. And I may always just let you know a day ahead. Maybe sometimes I can schedule a little bit further out just because my schedule tends to vary. And so I always have to look and see when do I have a space in between, to give the time. But at the same time, like I said, my dedication is to show up 2 to 3 times a week together with you and connect in. So if you're ready for this, and we'll talk more over time too, as far as things to come and what we're going to be exploring, what we're also going to, oh, hi from Ashland City, cool, hi, wonderful, hello, Jeanette. And so it's going to be an evolution of things. There's also going to be the free resources that you can tap into together with me, like my gratitude journal that I have available, and other tools as well, magic and miracles that we're going to be tapping tapping into, like I said, it is about being here, coming together, and taking this time out of our day to say, this is my moment to connect in, because I understand the vitality of when I'm taking this time out for myself and nourish myself in a space where we're all holding that energy from the heart space together, things shift and move in magical ways. And this is what the planet needs. This is what the collective consciousness needs. But again, it's always, first of all, you nourishing yourself in this. So if you have a candle, if not, that's totally fine. If you have a candle, then let's light it together. So this is my candle that I created on Candlemas in my Beauty Flourishing Collective. This is something we do together, and I teach how to initiate in that ritual of creating a candle in sacredness to where everything has its right frequency. And so we're going to go ahead and light our candle. Let me go ahead and get, oh, there's 2 matches. That is really fascinating. I guess 2 matches want to be lit here. So let's do that. Oh, let me hold this up a little bit for you here. So this is with the intention setting now of the space, the intention setting that what we're here to do is a greater mission than each of us by ourselves. And we're touching into the purpose of this high vibration that we're bringing to the world. And this is now naturally closing as the energy is transferred to the candle. And within the space, we're creating this holiness and the sacredness. And whenever we're meeting here, whenever we light a candle, or whenever we're connecting in through the heart, may we be guided by the highest, most beautiful, most vibrant energies of the intention that we're here to do, and only in the sacredness. And with this, I'm going to open the space now and invite in you, invite us to connect in from heart to heart. So the first thing that I always do with everything, and I'm going to go ahead and set the candle back here, is to rub my hands together. So if you would go ahead and do this with me, wherever you are, take a couple of deep breaths in and out. Clap if you can. Bring your fingers together for a moment. Consciously open the space. So this looks like a W. Feel your feet solid on the ground. Feel yourself connected in above you, wherever that is. And simply feel that energy and that presence for a moment now, feeling that shift that's taking place from whatever was going on maybe a couple minutes before to whatever is going to occur within the next 20 minutes or so. And after, just for this moment, allow yourself to simply be in your own space, to be present here together, connecting in now as we're bringing our hands over our high heart together. And whenever you're watching the replay later, this is the same thing that you're going to be tapping into beyond space-time continuum. So for a moment, just find your stillness now, find your center, and then close your eyes. Feel your hands on your high heart. Feel the feeling of connecting always, always to ourselves. And then feeling into the stillness now. Feeling into the heart, feeling into where this is touching you, connecting into the space between us, and simply aligning to Mother Earth, aligning to the higher frequencies, letting them all meet here in the heart space. And this is always what we're going to be doing, no matter what else we'll be doing together and playing with here in our space. Leaving everything else out the door for a moment as you're simply becoming present within you. Letting the sacred center of yourself be touched, and knowing that you're always guided, protected, always supported, and that this is always the space that you want to meet yourself at. And then whenever you're ready, you can simply put your hands down and open your eyes and take a couple of deep breaths in and out. If you've lit a candle, if you have it in front of you, you might want to take a look at the candle for a moment, because whenever we're looking at a candle, wherever we're looking at the flicker of a candle, it also activates our pineal gland, which is always that vital center for us in order to access the higher frequencies that we want to bring in. This is a space where we're tapping into something more multidimensional, beyond space-time continuum, where we're tapping into something sacred that we're meant to enhance and meant to continue to bring into our field, and that we're meant to expand into the collective consciousness, to shift and move everything here and bring things into alignment here, into the highest and the best. So now, simply relax into the space. Take a couple more deep breaths in and out, and breathe in more of this frequency. And then with every exhale, simply let it drop, let it go. Give it to Mother Earth. Let it flow, knowing that everything is moving and shifting and changing and immediately being transformed into a beautiful, usable energy. Simply, again, dropping into this field, dropping into this space, dropping into this frequency that we are aligning into and creating together in this moment. Beautiful. And then letting it land, because so many times we're somewhere out there and we can't shift and change things if we're not being present here. We want to be here so clearly and so fully present here in us, noticing the environment around us and being present. So for me here in Tennessee today, it's a windy day. I have the window slightly open here, and what you might hear is the door from the greenhouse outside. And when I'm in the space, the same as when I'm in the healing space, no matter if it's online or if it's in person here, the elements always work with me. And this would be the same for you too. Maybe you've noticed it, maybe not until this moment, but just know that conscious awareness that everything is always a reflection of whatever is going on within us, is always a reflection of what's going on outside of us too. It's always this feedback loop. So this is why we're here, and when we can raise the vibration here, and when we can bring ourselves to the centered place here, this is where it all moves from. And I was just reading your comment here. Oh my goodness, that is so, so amazing. Know that everything always aligns and it always has a purpose, and you can feel into it and see what's going on with this. But know that spirit works with us, and the elements work with us, and everything is always in this interactive, beautiful play together. So what I want to do with you is read this poem. And when I say poem, it is really a loose poem because it doesn't rhyme. But this thing that came to me, and you may have seen it on my Radiance Unleashed page if you've taken a look at it. And this is something that also has kind of come into the space together at the same time as I have been growing and deciding that this is where things are aligning now and where things need to be and where I need to be showing up. And I want to go ahead and read it to you. And if you're listening to my podcast, you would have already heard it, but I feel like bringing it here to this space now, bringing it to you while you're in this moment of quiet and activating this energy and this frequency in you is going to be a really beautiful thing. So I want to open the second Facebook Live with this for you today. So if you're ready to receive, here it is. The woman in her Radiance Unleashed. She realized there was no more holding back. Sourced through her inner guidance and strength, her true light was ready to rise. After feeling trapped and confined for so long, she was no longer willing to keep her radiance subdued. called by that precious child deep within her heart, yearning to be healed and expressed with the desire to claim her power and potential. So she began her journey of self-discovery and transformation, unearthing the blocks, learning to lay it all down, to shift and embrace all her parts. And the inner child within finally broke free, and in its place arose a whole, healed being who connected so deeply to her true essence within the heart of the sacred feminine. And through it all, she discovered her wisdom and her magic, stepping into her power in her wildness to live life without restraint. Her spirit became alive within her heart open, unlocked through the key to her radiance unleashed. And her life became a limitless tapestry of beauty, full of vibrancy and flourishing. I'd like for all of us to let that sink in for a moment, see what that feels like in you when you're allowing that greater expansion within you, that greater space of possibility, and truly acknowledging all that you have already gathered in the amazing, beautiful, vibrant, wonderful woman that you already are. Because if there's one thing that I know for sure is that all of us play it small still. All of us. There's always room to grow. It's always this evolution. We're never done. And there's always more to expand into. And for so long, most of us out of conditioning, I know for myself for sure, out of conditioning, we haven't fully allowed our full radiance to shine. And so this is the moment now, from your heart space, wherever that touches you, to let it land. Maybe watch this back again later, but truly say, you know what? Yes, I'm ready for this. I'm ready to claim my full radiance. I'm ready to unleash this. I'm ready to unleash those parts that have been trapped. I'm ready to fully step into all my beingness, into the fullness of my spirit, into all of the beauty that my soul came here to embody. Because in the end, this is truly what it's all about. We all came with this higher purpose and this greater mission. And I know for me at my age, we still had a lot of time. There was still so much where it felt like, we could still play and we could still do all of those things. But now there is this time of quickening. And now there is this time of amazing awakening. And we are the ones who are guiding this movement. And that's obviously why you are here. And I am so beyond grateful as I'm looking here and I can see that 7 of you are on. And this is amazing. What an amazing beginning that we are creating together. Magic, of course. 7 is that number of that magical. It is that number of the magician. It is that number of the seed of life expanding outward. So here we are, 7 people right now in this moment. And of course, there will be more later as some will be watching the replay. But this is the seed of the flower of life. How amazing is that? It is so, so beautiful because that number 7 is that center, that dot in the middle of the seed of life within the bigger picture of the flower of life, which is amazing. So all of us here right now, feel into that for a moment, that you are planting those seeds within you. You're planting those seeds in the bigger collective consciousness. And oh my God, that is so amazing, so beautiful. So Emma, let me read this here for a minute. Yes, absolutely. No, oh my goodness. Oh, that fills me just with so much joy. Amazing. No, Oh, gosh, ladies, this is so, so beautiful. Please let me know if there's anything else that you would like to receive. Let me know what's coming up for you overall. Let me know what you would like to do with me. on these. I'm very much someone who channels, very much someone who does things more free flowing. Sometimes I might come to you with a certain theme, especially as we're moving through the seasons and through the time. So we might tap into something specific. And overall, like I said, this is our space together where we're creating something really beautiful and something sacred. And before we close this here, remember that just taking this little space will elevate your whole day, because this is the design. So one more moment, maybe close your eyes, put your hands back over your high heart, and let the energies land. Let yourself land here and acknowledge the amazing woman that you are, and all of the beauty that you have already done, and all of the things that you are, all of the beauty and all of the parts and everything, even if there are parts that you might be ashamed of, even if there's guilt, even if there's feelings of inadequacy, feelings of, oh, I should be, I could be, and all of those millions of shoulds and things. Let it all just settle in here and say to yourself, but you know what, I am beautiful and I'm amazing and I am here and I'm ready and I'm showing up, and that's all that matters. Everything in its right place, right time, it's all in divine timing, and it's all good. It's all good, all of it, and it's all important to acknowledge. Every part wants to be acknowledged and whole. Hmm. Hmm. With this, bring your hands now together. Let your fingers come together, aligned, feeling the presence. Hmm. Feeling the stillness one more time before you return back to the world. Thank you for being here with me. It is such an honor, such a pleasure, and we're going to be doing amazing, amazing things together. Oh, okay. And when you extinguish a candle, so this is super, super important. And before I do this, I'm going to go ahead and see. Oops, let me see. Bring up this one here. Oh my goodness. Yes, absolutely. But you know what? It's all in divine timing and unfolding, one step at a time. The important thing is that you're here, that you're showing up, because the rest will be guided. You're always guided, of course. And so everything will always align the way it's meant to. So that trust in your guidance and in your higher self and in your own beingness and knowing, that's all the difference. So when you extinguish a candle, this is very, very important. You want to use a snuffer because you don't want to blow out the candle, the fire energy, with your breath. So go ahead and extinguish it. And this closes our time together for today. I am planning on coming on Friday. I haven't looked at my calendar yet to set the time, but I'll be sure to let you know. So just look out for it in my Facebook group for sure, where it creates an event. And I'll probably put out another reminder on email as well. So thank you so much, ladies, for being here with me. Thank you for the honor of sharing this time and space with you. It is acknowledged and it is truly a gift. Namaste. Mwah.